Okay. So, good evening, everyone, and very warm welcome to Azure Mastery Program, batch number 87, which we are going to start from today. As most of you know, my name is Aradhya Singh, an enterprise architect with the 2 decades of experience in IT industry, including 12 plus years of experience in Microsoft Azure. Throughout my career, I have had opportunity to work across the software development. In beginning of my career, first 15 years, I was working in software engineering. Then after it, administration, means software engineering with the on-premise, software engineering with the cloud services. Then after it, administration, solution architecting, solution designing, data engineering, and enterprise scale cloud transformation. Over the years, I have mentored thousands of IT professionals, helping them transition into the cloud career, ensure the Azure certification, crack the interview, and secure the better opportunity for them. My passion is not just a teaching Azure services, but helping the professionals understand how Azure is in real-time enterprise environment. Still, I'm the working professional Monday to Friday. I'm the part of industry. Saturday, Sunday, I'm running multiple programs since last 13 years. This is the batch number 87, which is I'm going to start from today. So in this program, you won't just learn the concept, you will build the solution. We will focus on the hands-on implementation, architecture designing in the live session. And remember, I'm the only one person in Pan India who is covering architecture designing the live session. We'll use the industry best practices, troubleshooting, integration, and whatever the skills required related to related to Microsoft Azure, that all the services will try to cover in this program. Whether you are the beginner, a developer, a system engineer, data engineer, or an expert or experienced IT professional, you're looking to move in the cloud architecture, the program is designed to take you from the learning from beginning to the architect level. That's why the program is called the Azure Mastery Program from beginner to architect. It means we are not starting from very advanced level. I'm assuming all of you will be totally new to the cloud. Maybe some of you already have some exposure a little bit, but I'll start from very beginning to intermediate level and advanced level. Total duration of the course will be total 3 months. Means if you're going to calculate in hours, it will be total 75-hour course in 3 months. The classes will be conducted Saturday and Sunday. The timing will be the same, 7 to 10 p.m. IST during the weekends. So here I can encourage you to curious, ask the question whenever you feel you have any question. Don't wait for 2 hours to complete. You guys are open to ask as many as questions you have. Why I open the questions window always? The reason is this is the human tendency. If you'll not ask the question immediately, there'll be 90% chances I will not ask the question after 2 or 3 hours. So today we will start from very beginning. Implementation will start from tomorrow. Usually last 20 minutes will be the assessment. Means by end of the session there will be total 22 or 23 assessment. Assessment will not start from the day one. Assessment will start from day two, means from tomorrow. It means by end of the course, there'll be total 22 or 23 time of assessment, total around 60 to 70 architecture. Whatever the material or student notes, architecture notes I'll provide from my side, total number of pages will be around 6 to 700. In case you are following these document or whatever the materials I'm providing, if you're following, chances will be very high for the selection. Or in case you're not looking for the opportunity, you're looking for the knowledge only, then it will help you a lot to gain your knowledge. And from day one, you guys can not day one, from day two, you guys can start the implementation. The reason I'll not start the implementation from today itself. I'll start from tomorrow. Okay, so before moving ahead, if you have any question, you can ask the question. If no, then I'll start from here. So guys, learning curve. In industry, we have three types of professional.
I have one question, sir.
Yes, yes.
I am Alok. So I have one question. Means you are telling in weekend you are doing class for 3 hours each day. I mean Saturday 3 hours and Sunday three
Correct.
hours.
You are 100% right. So why earlier I was running the classes on daily basis. As I told you, I'm the part of industry since 2 decades. I'm providing this type of training and certification since last 12 plus year. This is 13th year. So in beginning, I was running the classes during the weekdays. What I found, if I'm delivering the session on daily basis, candidates are not getting time for the practice. So if I deliver, suppose I'm saying, hey, I deliver 1 hour session per day, Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday. How many hours? Total 5 to 6 hours. 6 hours are delivering during the weekend, and remaining days you guys can practice. And whenever during the practice you have any question or you have some issue, you can directly call me Monday to Friday morning between 7 to 11:30. After it
Okay,
also,
okay, I got your point. Actually, another question I am asking. Suppose this class is conducting your 7 to 8. So on that session, recording will be happening or can
there are
you
lots of
suppose I?
background. 1 second, there are lots of background from your side.
Oh no, wait, I'm coming up.
What you can do, just text your text here. The window
Yeah.
you open, chat window you open, you can text.
Okay, sure. I'll ask for text message.
Okay. So guys, in IT ecosystem, or let's talk about Indian IT ecosystem or IT industry. So every year in India, 1.5 million, it means 15 lakh engineers are qualifying. Means they are passing every year, 15 lakhs. Like in 2000, number was quite lesser. It was less than 1 lakh. Nowadays, it's at 1.5 million. After 5 years, maybe the number will increase to 2 million per year. But how many jobs we have? In fact, 10%. If 1.5 million students are coming in industry, in I mean, if you can check on Google also, how many engineers are passing every year? So its number is close to or is a plus 1.5 million plus or lump sum same. But how many candidates are getting opportunity? Around yes. So all the sessions will be the live plus recorder will be available. Whatever the recordings here we have, it will be available for next 3 years. So whenever you feel you have any question, you guys can ask the question in the live session. Apart from it, if you have any other question, so you can call me Monday to Friday morning between 7:30 to 11:30. This is the best time when I'm completely free. If you'll call me after it, it will take some time. It may take some time. For example, if I'm busy somewhere in a meeting, so I may take some time to respond. So, but I will definitely respond same day. The best time to discuss or anything with me is call me Monday to Friday morning time. Morning between 7:30. Exact time is 7:20 to 11:30. Is the exact time. But you can call me somewhere between 7 to 11 or 7:30 to 11:30. So there are two types of professionals. There are two types of three types of candidates are available. One who is totally new to the industry. For example, freshers, or they are totally new. They don't have the jobs. The fresher, the problem with the freshers is they don't have any skill. Whatever they are learning in college is not demanded by industry. Means there's a huge gap. There's no connectivity between demand and supply. The whatever the supply we are getting, that is not demanded by industry. So the problem is the students in India. Parents have lots of faith, lots of they have lots of faith on their child that okay, very soon my child will appear as a as an engineer. But the problem is they are not still skilled. That's why if you see more than 80%, somewhere between 80 to 90% candidates are not getting opportunity after BTech. Out of that, lots of numbers are students are going for the master, they're going abroad, they're doing business, this and that. And ultimately the chances for the selection is very lesser. The second type of category, the situation for the fresher is really very bad. Same time, if anyone who is fresher, if you are in third year, second year, or fourth year, if you're learning the premium skill set, the chances will be very high for the selection. This is the one issue with the students. The second issue with the experienced. If you are very much experienced, suppose your experience is 15 year, 12 year, 18 year, 20 years. So normally these type of people are sitting in another category. The problem with these type of professions are they have, because of the personal life, because of the professional responsibilities or personal responsibility, they don't have the time to learn something new. Whatever the tools and technologies are demanded by industry now in 2026, so they are not updated. So 90% or more than 90% professionals where experience is greater than 15 years, they are not up to the mark. For example, if you see here cloud, just check how many IT professionals who are experience is greater than 15 years, they are good in cloud or they are average in cloud. The number will be very less. Similarly, you can check how many of them are good in AI or data engineering or automation DevOps. The number is very bad. The people who are at a moderate level means experience is somewhere between 2 to 10 years. Their position is much better than others. The reason normally these type of professionals are learning the new skills. So if you see the recent trend in India, so most of first hiring, there's not a good situation of the hiring for the freshers. Similarly, there's a bad situation for the almost all the companies, almost everywhere the layoff is going on. There are multiple reasons behind the layoff, but the one reason is the key skill. So most of the people who are on bench, for example, let's go with the TCS. TCS announced that they are going to lay off 12,000 employees. The ground reality is so far more than 1 lakh employees are laid off. This is the ground reality. And most of the people who are laid off, I'm not saying 100%, but most of the people were holding the single skill set. That's why they were on the bench. So if you are on bench in 2026, you are in a risk. So in case you are on bench, suppose you are on bench, suddenly you release from your project. If you're multi-skill, the chances for the selection in any other project will be very high. So very quickly, you'll be onboarded in a new project. So guys, in 2026, the industry demand is to go with a multi-skill set. So if your skill is diversified, if you are holding multiple skill set, then chances will be very good for the selection and survival in IT ecosystem. So whenever you're going to start anything, nowadays the people or companies are talking about cloud, data, automation, and AI. So everything, if I'm talking about the automation, AI, data, or something else, everything is the part of cloud. Means cloud is just like the big basket. Under this basket, we have varieties of fruits are available. So if you see my screen, the learning path starts from here. So Azure, the first start your learning from Azure Mastery. In Azure Mastery program, you will get exposure of 40 cloud services, including admin services, dev services, and architecting services. And it's not theoretical, it's a 100% practical program. So almost 80% time, I'll focus on the practical implementation. Remaining 20% time, I'll focus on discussion, architecture designing, use case studies, and other activities like assessment. After completion of the Azure Mastery program, there are mainly two ways. One is what you can do, you can move towards the data side. And the second, you can move towards the automation side. If anyone who is planning to hold the position like the automation engineer, DevOps engineer, so normally what the people are doing after this, they are going for the Azure DevOps and Terraform, or Azure DevOps Terraform using AI and Docker and Kubernetes. So this is the one learning path. Means after Azure Mastery, you can go with the automation. The second learning path is if you're planning to go toward the data side. So yes, that is another bright area. What you can do if you have the knowledge, of SQL and Python, then very good. If you don't have the knowledge of the SQL and Python, then just learn the SQL and Python at the basic level or at least intermediate level. After it, there are two options are available. Option number one is you can go the low code based approach. In this case, you can learn the MS Fabric. In case you want to go with the code based approach, so here you can learn the Databricks. But remember, a person who is working as an automation engineer, as a Azure, who is working on the Azure services, they will work with you guys. Means they are working as a platform engineer, sometimes they're working as an admin, sometimes they're working as an architect. So they will closely work with you guys. So in 2026, expectation from industry is to hire a professional where the skill set is diversified. So it means if you can work on the Azure services with the DevOps and the data engineering services, it's one of the deadly combination. For example, suppose I'm working on Azure services only. So there'll be less demand. Means number of jobs opportunities are lower. If you're working on Databricks only, maybe lower. If you're working on Terraform only, the lower. But if you have the combination, so what companies are doing? Companies are preferring to the candidate where the skill, where they are holding the multiple skill set. Means same person will manage the infrastructure or work on the CI/CD pipeline and write the code also. Means end-to-end solutioning. So normally such type of people are getting very high salary and quick job opportunities are available. Means very quickly you guys can get opportunity. So guys, again repeating here, there are multiple learning paths available, mainly two learning paths available. Number one is Azure Mastery program, where we will cover 40 Azure services. After it, there are two options available. Option number one, you can move toward the automation side. Option number two, you can move toward the data side. If you're planning to go with the automation side, here you will get opportunity to learn DevOps and Terraform. Terraform is the third party, which is used in all the cloud. If you're working on OS, you're working on Google Cloud, Oracle Cloud, or any other cloud, everywhere you guys can use the Terraform for the infrastructure automation. While DevOps will be used for the deployment purpose, CI/CD pipeline. Similarly, Docker and Kubernetes is used for the containerization. And next is data side. So if you want to write the code or you're from the data side, then what you guys can do after Azure Mastery program, you guys can move toward the data side. Here you have two options available. Either you can learn MS Fabric or Databricks, or you can learn both. If you're not from data side, then what you can do, you can move directly toward the automation side. Here also we have two options available. Step number one will be Azure DevOps and Terraform, and the second number will be Docker and Kubernetes. Now, again, I'll take a pause. If you have any question related to this learning path, then please unmute and clear your doubts. Gautam, Aruna. Okay. So there's a question from Prakriti. Between Databricks and MS Fabric, should we prefer as per the industry standard? Okay. So the situation is, in some of the projects, companies are using Databricks. In other projects, companies are using MS Fabric. Just think, suppose you are working for X company. In X company, for the time being, there's a Fabric related project. But what after 3 months, whenever the project will complete? Maybe there's no project related to Fabric. There's a project but related to Databricks. So what will happen? If you already have the knowledge of the Databricks, so quickly you can shift in other project. Means you'll not go on bench. Otherwise, nowadays, industry is not looking for the professional. They're looking for the professional, multi-skill professional. Plus, if you're on bench, it means you are in a risk. So it would be better if your knowledge is diversified. If one person can work on the MS Fabric and Databricks both, the chances will be very high for the selection, and they will survive very easily. They will survive in market. So if possible, then learn both. This is the reality. So see, in the beginning of my career, first 15 years, I was in software engineering. Since last 5 years, I'm in a data engineering. Okay. So from my experience, I would say, if possible, if you can learn, see, day one, you cannot complete everything, but step by step, what you can do, if possible, then try to learn as much you can. Otherwise, because of the AI is dangerous for the professional who are not multi-skill or who is not learning. If AI is good for the professional who are learning. If you're not learning, it's very bad for you. Means you are in risk. If you're learning, if you're upgrading yourself, you are safe. If you have any other question, they're good. If no, then we can start. So guys, today we'll talk about the Indian cloud market overview. We'll talk about the cloud services, deep dive, Azure architecture, best practices, companies hiring, salary benchmark, any career roadmap. So guys, in year 2026, Azure or cloud is not good to have. It's a must to have. Means this is mandatory for the IT survival. For example, if you're working as a software engineer, you're working as an admin, you're working as an architect, data engineer, automation engineer, everything is a part of cloud. Means most of the project, around 70 to somewhere between 70 to 90% projects are cloud based. So cloud is must to have in 2026. Cloud doesn't mean that infrastructure only. Cloud means software development, cloud means data engineering, cloud means automation, cloud means entire IT industry. Nowadays, whatever the roles and responsibilities are available in IT ecosystem, most of the roles are available in the cloud. So in case you want to remain in IT industry, recommendation from industry is to go with the cloud. Under cloud, we have multiple options available. What I was talking here, we have multiple learning path available depending on your requirement, interest, or other parameters. You guys can decide whether you're applying toward the automation side or data side, or you want to diversify in all these areas. So guys, why it is mandatory, why it is must to have? One is the cloud is replacing the traditional IT ecosystem. As in beginning, I told you guys, nowadays somewhere between 70 to 90% new projects are cloud-based. Directly or indirectly, the projects are cloud-based. So if the new projects are cloud-based, if you don't understand the cloud, do you think you'll be able to survive in market? It's a very difficult. Second is demand. So guys, from 2006 to 2000 to 2006 to 2010, AWS was the single player available in the market. If I'm talking about the Microsoft Azure was launched by Microsoft in year 2010. That time it was called the Windows Azure. It was the beta version. It took some time, around 5 year time to get matured. In 2000, from 2020, the situation of the market is very different. Earlier, AWS was the market leader, but in current situation, both of the companies are claiming. Microsoft is claiming they're number one. Similarly, AWS is also claiming it's a number one. And the reality is both of the platforms are really ultimate in different segments. In some of the areas, AWS is good or is the best. In other areas, Microsoft is best. So guys, okay. So if I'm talking about India, if you're from India location, so Microsoft Azure is highly in demand. If you're from the infrastructure side, then in this case, infrastructure side, especially Linux infrastructure side, AWS is much better. Windows infrastructure side, Microsoft is much better. But if you're working as a PaaS engineer, platform engineer, for example, you're working as a DevOps engineer, you're working as a data engineer. So in all these areas, Microsoft is champion. They're number one. As per the prediction by Gartner, in next few years, Microsoft will lead in almost all the sectors. For the time being, there are few segments where Microsoft is leading, other segment AWS is leading. But in next 2-3 years, Microsoft will lead in almost all these areas. Security wise, if you're looking for the secure communication, security wise or hybrid workload, in this case also Microsoft is champion. If you're looking for the data, if you're working on data, you're working on AI, so all these are the part of cloud. Means you cannot ignore the cloud. Cloud means, suppose you're working as an AI engineer. So AI is a part of cloud. If you're working as a data engineer, data engineering is also the part of cloud. And remember, you cannot use single service in your project. Suppose you're working for X company like Coca-Cola. In Coca-Cola, in your project, varieties of cloud services will be used. Out of that, one service will be maybe MS Fabric, Data Factory, or Databricks. So if you're from the data engineering side, you guys will use one or two services related to data engineering, and other services will be related to Azure services, core services. I'll give an example of my last project, which I recently completed. I was using Databricks, Azure Function, Logic App, API Management, App Service, Event Hub, Service Bus, Storage Account, Azure SQL Database. Means it was related to data engineering project, but what from data engineering point, I was using mainly one service. That was just Databricks, and other services was related to cloud. So cloud is mandatory in case you're working as a data engineer, software engineer, AI engineer, or any other profile you're holding. It is mandatory. Plus, career growth and job shift. As I told you, most of the opportunities are related to cloud. So if you or multi-skill, if you understand the cloud, the chances will be very high to get the opportunity. Plus, most of the companies, like 95% of Fortune 500 companies are using cloud. I'm not talking about let's forget about the Fortune 500 companies. Let's talk about the IT companies. So ultimately, most of you will be working for IT companies, TCS, Wipro, Accenture, EY, Genpact, SCL Technology Limited, Wipro, or any other companies. Almost 100, but not almost 100% companies are using cloud computing. Maybe 100 projects are running, 500 projects are running, 2000 projects are running, or 20 projects are running. But most of the companies, or I would say 100% companies, are using cloud. So cloud is not good to have in 2026. It's a must to have. IT survival is almost impossible without cloud in 2026. Now, again, I take a pause. If you have any question, then please unmute and ask the question.
Hello, Aradhya. I had a question.
Yeah, please.
I wanted to ask that once we will complete this Azure foundation course, how much overlap is there between the AWS services and GCP, for example? Like GCP is also growing very fast. So, how much in percentage, I'm asking, overlap is there in order to learn them?
The reality is the first public cloud computing provider was Amazon AWS. It was launched by Amazon in 2006. What Microsoft did, Microsoft copied the concept. Microsoft is a very old company. Earlier they were mainly dealing with the private cloud. But from 2000, in 2010, Microsoft also launched its own version of the public cloud computing, name was Windows Azure. Nowadays, we don't have Windows Azure in market. It's already retired, or it's already upgraded from Windows Azure to Microsoft Azure. So the Azure that you're learning nowadays, or that you see here nowadays, it is called the Microsoft Azure. The initial version of the Azure was called the Windows Azure. If you're looking for the similarity, so concept-wise, 95% or 99% concept-wise is similar. Interface is different. So if you're good in one cloud, the second cloud will be very easy for you. Again, repeating, if you're good in one cloud, the second cloud will be very easy for you. Clear?
Yeah.
For example, lots of my students, what they're doing, they are learning this course. After this, they're working Oracle. So they don't have any exposure of Oracle, but still they're getting opportunity to work in Oracle. The region concept is 100% same. So if you're the part of Oracle, they have their Oracle, I don't know what is exactly, I think Oracle University or something else. There's a program they're running internally. They will train you in 1 week.
So so conceptually the things are the same, just the names of the services might be different. That is the
name is different. Sometimes same, sometimes different. Interface will be different, but concept wise 100% same, almost 100% same.
Okay, sure.
Okay. One more thing, guys, in 2026, companies are not looking for the certificate. Certificate means they're not looking for a degree. For example, if you're from Oxford University, you're from Harvard, you're from IIT, you don't have the skill set, then you're not required anymore. But if you're not from IT background, you are skilled, then you're most welcome. Earlier, like 10, 20 years ago, there was a restriction. If you have BTech, MCA, then you'll get opportunity in IT industry. But nowadays, the situation is totally different. Companies are looking for what skill you have. So now companies are not focusing on degrees. Companies are mainly focusing on the skill. In my team, we have 3 IITians. And there are so many, other members who are from normal engineering colleges. And we have one more member in our team who is not from IT background. One thing I tell you, you cannot differentiate the, IITians and normal engineering graduates. The reason, if you have the skill, you are equal to IITians. If you are if you're from IIT, you don't have the skill, you're not anymore required in industry. So in Azure Mastery program, guys, we are covering variety of services. For example, we are covering databases, identity and security related services, DevOps and monitoring related services, networking services, storage services, compute related services. For example, suppose we will cover Azure Service Bus, API management, Azure Service Fabric, Azure Function, App Service Environment, App Service Plan, Virtual Machine, okay, and App Service, blob storage, file storage, disk storage, table storage, queue storage, did ADLS Gen 2, archival storage, backup, DR, all these will be covered. Virtual machine, VMSS, PIP, NIC, network security group, load balancer, application gateway, traffic manager, firewall, express route, VPN gateway, Bastion, DNS, these are the other services related to infrastructure will be covered. Now, question is why we are covering the infrastructure. So, guys, in 2026, in your project, sometimes you have to deal with the PaaS services. In some of the other projects, you guys have to deal with the infra services. For example, in my case, my current project is in Snowflake. But since last 5 years, I was dealing with the infra services and data engineering services. While I'm from the software engineering background, means first 15 years I was working in software engineering. Since last 5 years, I'm dealing with the data services or data engineering. But in real-time situation, we have to collaborate or we have to work with all these services. So here, Azure Automation, Application Insight, Log Analytics, Monitoring, Azure DevOps Board, Active Directory, Key Vault, DDoS Protection, Azure Policies, Security, B2B Collaboration, Cosmos DB, Azure SQL Managed Instance, all these are the part of the code. See, if you count the total number of services are 40 plus minus 2. When I'm saying plus minus 2 means sometimes we are not covering 1 or 2 services and we are covering some additional services which is not available in this list. Means on-demand services also we are covering as per the requirement. So total number of services, if you check in IT ecosystem, if you check the professional who are already working on Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing, you will get, it's a very rare, you'll find very rare case where people have the exposure of 40 cloud services. And here we are not going to cover only theory. We are not going to cover overview. We are going to cover each and everything practically. Means 80% time, I'll focus on the practical implementation. In remaining 20% time, I'll focus on architecture designing. That's a very important. I'll focus on assessment, interview preparation, and other activities. Again, if you have any question related to this, then please unmute and ask your question. Kaushik Kumar, Kalpana, Jayashree, Gautam, any question from anyone, guys?
No, we are good.
No, we are
Okay,
good
one
now.
suggestion to all of you.
Could you please brief me more about what are the services you will going to cover?
Sorry, can you please repeat your question?
What are the services you will cover on this topic? Like when we are joining any sessions, then from where you will start to where? What are the certifications you will cover?
Okay, I will start. If I'm talking about the certification, after this, you can clear multiple certification. One is 900, which is fundamental. AZ 104, 204, 305. These 4 certifications you guys can easily target. Plus, certification is secondary. Primary is knowledge. So if you have the knowledge, easily you can appear as a storage architect. You can work as a. Yes, you have any question?
Yeah, but the thing is, if I'll talk about all the services you can't use directly, if you will provide, are you going to provide any practical sessions for this or how you will cover?
Particular session.
For
For
the
example,
hands-on.
perfect. So how exactly I'll start? First day means today I'm talking about the introduction. Tomorrow I'll start with the implementation. My first from tomorrow we'll talk about the subscription, resource group, resource, how to prepare the team. That means I'll help you guys to be familiar with the ecosystem and configure your project. Then after it, I'll start with the storage account. So I'll deliver total 8 to 9 hour session on storage account. In storage account, you'll get opportunity to learn varieties of services. For example, data lake storage, ADLS Gen 2, queue storage. And it's not just overview, 100% implementation. 100% implementation, table storage, disk storage, file share, and blob storage. These are the services will be covered. After this 9 year, I'll start the infrastructure as a services. Over there, I'll cover around 20 to 25 infra services. Just after it, I'll cover the automation, and then after it, I'll start the PaaS services, and I'll conclude with the Active Directory. So total duration, as I told you, total it will take 3 months. Means one day normally I'm covering one day, one topic. For example, today the topic is suppose Next Saturday, the topic I'll start with the storage account. In storage account, we have multiple sub services available like blob storage, table storage. So I will I'll show you the architecture. I'll draw the architecture the live session. I will explain it. Once it is concept is clear, then I will show the implementation. I'll show the implementation using the code also. Means manual plus implementation using the code. So both techniques I'll show you here.
Okay.
Plus all the sessions will be recorded. So whenever after the session, if you have any question, you can go through the recording. If you have doubt, you can call me Monday to Friday. This is one of the best time, Monday to Friday morning time between 7:30 to 11:30.
Okay.
Okay, so it means normally whenever you are learning, whenever you are going to enroll somewhere, you will not get opportunity to directly communicate with the trainer. But here it's a golden opportunity for you guys to discuss with me directly. So I think most of you have my mobile number. If you don't have, then I will share the mobile number, or what I'll do, I will add you guys in another group. Whenever you have any question, you guys can call me directly and discuss your issues.
So that will be the great options. And apart from this, if I'll talk about, is there any sessions we will going to cover like the real time, like how the industry is performing? For example, some industries they are using multi-tenant, right?
Hmm.
Those are the things you are going to cover, or you are going to showcase all
Yes,
these things.
yes,
Or,
yes, yes, yes. Whatever, that's why I told you. That's why whatever the materials I'm providing, that's the really ultimate one. So lots of materials already have developed. I'll go through it. So I said to 80% time I'll focus on the practical implementation. Remaining 20% time I'll focus on the architecture design. It means I'll draw the architecture in the live session. There'll be assessment in 22 or 23 sessions plus materials I'll show you. So that I'll help you guys to clear your concept also.
okay, like
Directly,
in that
direct,
session, you will be cover everything like in the identity, like how we'll go with the RBAC and all, and how we're going to implement the if we'll try to integrate any other tools also within our environment also it will be possible like all these things you are going to cover, right?
yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Next is guys, uh, after this, what are the different type of opportunities are available? So guys, in market one role is available in market which is called the cloud architects. Second is cloud engineer, cloud admin, cloud DevOps role, cloud security engineer, cloud consultant, cloud networking role, cloud data engineering role, cloud support role, cloud developer role. If I'm talking about the architect, there are multiple types of architects are available. For example, storage architect. There are lots of people in industry who are working on two services only, two core services. One is the storage account and second is recovery service vault, backup and recovery service vault. And if you see their salary is very high, they are mainly focusing on two services. One is storage account. Storage account is a very big topic. If you check the Microsoft documentation, the total number of pages the total number of pages of the document Microsoft providing, I think 7,000 or 4,000 number of pages. It means this is one of the biggest topic. But normally, if you're the part of any of the course, how much time a trainer is taking to complete? Maybe 30 minutes. It means these are some of the topics which is very important from development, administration, and architecting point of view. But because of the lack of the knowledge, most of the people are not completing. For example, I'll give an example. Suppose you're working as a data engineer. So in data engineering, there's a very famous service available which is called the Event Hub. Event Hub is mainly used for the real-time integration. Means in case you're planning to do the integration of the two systems in real time, then normally we are using. But the problem with the Event Hub is if you're using the Event Hub in your project, the cost will be very higher side. So in 99% cases, it is not required. But still, because of the lack of the knowledge, people are using it. And the cost of the project is very high side. So what you guys can do, wherever it is required, just use. For example, normally you will use the Power BI to visualize the data. And in Power BI, you cannot visualize the data on near real time or real time. You can refresh data certain times in a day, 4 times, 8 times in a day only. So if you cannot visualize the data in real time or near real time, then why you looking for the services for the near real time implementation or real time implementation? And for it, you unnecessarily you have to pay somewhere somewhere $8 to $20,000 per month. So most of the cloud projects are delayed or failed because of the bad architecting. And in this course, we are not going to implement only, we are going to cover end-to-end architecting, decisioning, and discussion also. The reason I'm not a full-time teacher. I'm a trainer who is working in IT industry Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I'm providing this type of training and certification. So whatever the exposure I'm getting from industry Monday to Friday, I will try to transfer with you guys too. So in market, we have multiple type of architects are available. For example, network architect, infrastructure architect, cloud architect, solution architect, storage architect. So after it, in case you're planning to work as an architect, there are lots of people who are working in different streams. Similarly, multi-cloud engineer, cloud migration engineer, infrastructure support engineer, cloud admin, virtualization admin, security engineer, storage administrator, DevOps engineer, CI/CD pipeline engineer, monitoring engineer, security engineer, support role like L1, L2, L3 support role, cloud operations specialist, platform specialist, serverless developer, API developer, microservice developer. If anyone, suppose you are from development background, you are working as a .NET developer, simple. You are working as a .NET developer since last 5 years or 10 years. Now, what you're looking for the cloud. You're looking for the cloud integration or cloud knowledge. So what you have to do, I'm not going to teach you how to write the code, although I can teach you. The reason, first 15 years, I was working on .NET. So I can teach you how to write the code. But if anyone who is from development background, they know how to write the code. So what I'll cover how to integrate with the Azure services, means .NET integration with the Azure services. I'll cover. So for them, the varieties of PaaS services are available, which will be covered here. Similarly, data engineers. In data engineering, in 99% projects, the multiple services are used, maybe 5 services, 10 services, 8 services, or 12 services used. Out of that, only 1 or 2 services will be related to data engineering. Other services are related to Azure. So most of the data engineers are thinking, hey, why I should learn the Azure? I'm from data engineering background. But reality is, whenever they're working or whenever they're going for the interview, during the interview or real-time situation, lots of questions are asked related to Azure. Means in real-time situation, you guys have to interact, you have to collaborate, or you have to integrate with the Azure services. Similarly, after it, there are multiple type of cloud consultant and networking roles are also available. So these are the different type of roles are available, which you guys can target after this course. Now, question is, here we are talking about X, Y, and Z, but it's related to cloud. So question is, what is cloud? So cloud is just a concept. As per the concept of cloud computing, here using the cloud computing, what you can do, you can deliver your computing services over the internet. Means cloud is not new in market. Earlier, there was a private cloud available. Nowadays, whenever we are talking about the cloud, it means we are talking about the public cloud. So in market, we have public as well as a private. We have 2 types of cloud available. Public cloud means Microsoft Azure, Amazon, AWS, Google Cloud. If I'm talking about the private cloud, there are several private cloud providers are available, including Microsoft. So Microsoft is dealing in public as well as private. They have both type of cloud platforms are available. Mostly, if I'm talking about the Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing, Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing is one of the public cloud where all the services are available over the internet. So if you see here, if anyone is asking, hey, what is cloud computing? So cloud computing is just a concept. As per the concept of cloud computing, what you can do here, you can deliver your computing services directly over the internet. For example, suppose you have to create a SQL database. So you can deliver your SQL database directly on top of the internet. If you have to deliver the ETL related tools or services, just go develop everything on browser. If you're planning to develop anything, you want to write the code directly, you can write the code in cloud, deploy directly, monitor, and everything. Whatever you are doing in on-premise, same thing you guys can deliver directly over the internet. So in market, we have 3 types of cloud available: public, private, and hybrid. So here, private cloud means everything you'll get in private ecosystem. The best example of the private cloud is Tata Communication Limited. I'm not sure how many of you know that Tata is also one of the biggest cloud provider, but private cloud. The cloud name is TCL. TCL Cloud. TCL, okay, Tata Communication, YU Cloud. It's a TCL, dedicated application design, okay. So Tata Communication is also one of the private cloud provider, a unified cloud ecosystem engineering for the modern enterprise application. But what they are doing, they are managing their vendors, their customers, data, network, and everything in their private cloud. Here we are not talking about the private cloud, we are talking about the public clouds. So Microsoft Azure, Amazon, AWS, Google, these are the public cloud computing providers available in the market. Now question is, if okay, so let's start with the journey of cloud computing. So guys, the journey of cloud computing started from 2006. In 2006, or I would say the journey of the cloud computing started from 1991, when the public internet was introduced in market. So when public internet was introduced in market, it became very popular. If I'm talking India, the public internet was introduced in India in 1995 by a company name is Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited. It was Tata owned company, VSNL. It's not BSNL. It's a V for victory, VSNL. It was Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited. It was launched on 15th August 1995. After launching of internet in India, it became very popular. People, education association started realizing that going forward in future, everything will be available over the internet, and that time will be called the Web 2.0, means next generation of the web. Even I was in a college, that time we were saying, hey, our time is about to start. For example, nowadays everyone is talking about the AI. So when I was in my college, we were saying, hey, very bad time is about to start. Over the everything will be available over the internet. Means our machine, network, data, security, everything will be available over the internet. But in 2006, the same concept was realized and introduced a product by Amazon is called the AWS. So AWS was the first player introduced the public cloud computing in 2006. After launching of AWS, it became very popular. So 100% opportunity which was coming from the market was going with the AWS. So after 4 years, it means 2010, Microsoft introduced its a beta version of the public cloud computing. Name was Windows Azure. But remember, it was beta version. It was buggy product with a limited feature. So finally, what Microsoft did, Microsoft hired lots of professional data tie-up with the thousands of companies. And after 6 years in 2000, after 5 years in 2014, Microsoft did the rebranding of the product from Windows Azure to Microsoft Azure. Exact the cloud battle started from 2014. Nowadays, the situation is there are several providers available in the market, but the main competition is between these two companies. One is the Microsoft Azure, second is Amazon AWS. Both companies are claiming they are number one, same like the Hindi news channel. Almost all the Hindi news channels are claiming they are number one, and that's a true also. They are number one for their program. Okay, maybe for particular time or for their program. So similarly, Microsoft is claiming Microsoft is number one. AWS is also claiming AWS is number one, and that's true. Both are number one, but in different segments. Okay, so some other providers like Google GCP, IBM Cloud, Oracle Cloud, Fujitsu, Alibaba, VMware, and many more providers are available in the market. But the main competition is between these two. So whenever I'm giving this type of statement, these two are the key players. So normally people are asking, hey, which one is better? If these two are the key players, so which one is better, Microsoft Azure or AWS? So tell me one thing, guys, which one is better? Gautam, Jayashree, Kalpana, Kaushik, Microsoft Azure is better or Amazon AWS is better? Anyone, it's an open question to all of you. Anyone can unmute and ask the, just respond, guys. Or, okay, Azure is better. Someone is saying, okay, Sachin is saying, as per the Sachin, okay, Azure, okay, okay.
Azure only.
Okay. So guys, the reality I'll tell you, I'm teaching Azure doesn't mean Azure is better. If anyone is claiming Azure is number one, it's not true. If anyone is claiming AWS is number one, that's not true. Actually these companies are leading in different segments. Maybe in one segment or 10 segment Microsoft is leading, 5 segment AWS is leading. So you cannot say overall which one is leading. All these companies are growing very fast, and they are leading in different segments. So for example, revenue wise, if you see the overall revenue wise, Microsoft is champion. Market share wise, if you see in public cloud computing, if you see Microsoft Azure, it's holding around 26% of market share, while Amazon is holding 29% of market share. So now question, why not 29%? Initially in 2010, AWS was holding 100% market share. The reason that time they were the only one player available in the market. But nowadays we have several providers available in the market. So every year AWS is losing its market base. It doesn't mean that's not growing. It's growing very fast, but it's losing its market base. From 100% to current situation is close to 29% market it is holding in 2026. But if you see the revenue-wise, Microsoft is making bigger revenue compared to any other cloud. So Microsoft is growing faster than other providers. If you're checking the total number of data centers, so Microsoft is offering 300 plus data centers across the globe. For example, in India, as of now, I tell you, 339. 9 data centers are operational, 3 data centers in progress, and 3 data centers are available for the Reliance Jio. Means in India, if you calculate total number of data centers available from Microsoft, 15 data centers from Microsoft in India. 3 is dedicated for Reliance Jio in Gujarat, which is not publicly available. 3 is under construction in Hyderabad, and 3 is available in Mumbai, 3 in Pune, and 3 in Chennai. So I'll talk later on. There's a concept called the geography, region, and data center. I'll explain later on. But for the time being, worldwide, from Microsoft side, the 300 plus data centers are available, while from AWS, there's only 110 data centers are available. So it means data center wise, Microsoft is leading. Availability of the services in region. So guys, Microsoft Azure services are available in 75 region, while AWS is available in 33 region only. So this is another area where Microsoft is leading. Total number of services. So total number of services are lump sum same. For example, this year AWS is leading, maybe next year Microsoft will lead. So sometimes some of the year Microsoft leading, sometimes AWS is leading. If you see the integration wise or collaboration wise, so total number of services from the partner also, if you're including, the Microsoft will lead in this segment. But core services from the provider to close to each other, 230, 240. Last year Microsoft was leading. This year AWS is leading. So enterprise customers. So 95% Fortune 500 companies are using it, Microsoft Azure, while 90% by Amazon AWS. If you're looking for the hybrid communication, if you're looking for the hybrid solution, so in this case, Microsoft is again leader. They are number one. So overall, if you see in some of the areas, Microsoft leading, other areas, AWS is leading. So you cannot say, or we should not give such type of statement that which one is better. All the providers are really ultimate. If you're looking for the cheapest one, then you should go with the Google Cloud. If you're looking for the more services, more integration, better services, better integration, better collaboration, better services, or better number of opportunity, then you must go with the Microsoft Azure. If you're looking for the Linux ecosystem, then you should go with the AWS. Anyone, any questions so far? Then please unmute and ask the question. Kalpana, Jayasri, Gautam, Aruna. Any question, guys? One more request to all of you. Please behave in this way. Candidates are asking so many questions. That's why they're growing faster. After certain age, it's a human tendency to not ask the question. So the people are pretty shy. That's just asking questions. So I suggest you guys to ask as much as questions you have in your mind.
Do you cover SC300 also in this training program?
No.
Okay.
Only 4 certifications will be covered. See, I can cover everything, but the problem is it will take too much time. Some of the candidates are asking, hey, can you please cover the DevOps and Terraform? So yes, I can cover, but again, it will take 3 more months. For that, we have different program available. Is it possible to cover the Data engineering we can cover, but again it will take it will take 3 months. So for these are two different tracks available. So in this we are not covering.
Okay. And you cover the 104, right? That is
Yeah,
Azure
104,
admin.
204, 900, 305. These will be covered.
Okay.
So some other. So guys, in beginning I told you whatever the services are available in Microsoft Azure, same services are available in AWS. Same services are available in Google Cloud also. For example, in Microsoft Azure, virtual machine is called the VM, and here it is called the EC2. Here we used to say blob storage, file storage, disk storage. Here we have S3, EFS, EBS. Here we used to say SQL or Cosmos DB. Here we have the similar type of databases available, DynamoDB or RDS. Here we have the virtual network. Here which is called the VPC. Here we have the load balancer that is called the ELB. Here we have the for serverless computing we used Logic App Azure function. Here we have the Lambda and step function. Here we use the intra-ID and here we use the AWS IAM. So it means whatever the services are available in Microsoft, same services are available in AWS also. That's why in beginning I told you guys, if you are really serious, in case you want to, you already have learned the Microsoft Azure, you are planning to learn the AWS, it will be very easy for you. Any questions so far? If you have, then please unmute and ask the question. No question? Everything is clear to all of you? One more suggestion to all of you guys from my side is, please do not join using the phone. If you're joining through the phone, it means you're not serious. The reason, if screen size is bigger, there will be more clarity, more visibility. More visibility means more clarity. So I'll suggest to all of you to connect every time using the laptop or desktop or using the TV, not through mobile phone. Okay. So guys, in market, we have three types of clouds are available. One is called the public cloud. Second is called the private cloud. And the third is called the hybrid cloud. Means we have public, private, and hybrid. We have three types of cloud providers are available. And whether you're planning to go with the public cloud, private cloud, or hybrid cloud, everywhere there's some pros and cons. Means there's some good and bad part. So example of public cloud is Microsoft Azure, Amazon AWS, Google Cloud. Example of private cloud is Azure Stack, VMware, OpenStack. An example of hybrid cloud is Azure Hybrid, AWS Outpost, Google Anthos, and many more. So whether you're planning to go with the public, private, or hybrid, everywhere there's some good and bad parts. Let's start with the public cloud computing. So public cloud computing means cloud services deliver over the public internet. Here, all your services will be directly delivered over the internet. Means there'll be portal, web portal. On top of that, all the services will be delivered. So when you should use this one? If you're looking for the scalability, cost-efficient solution, global reach, and innovation, means you're looking for the modern technology, premium features, then you should go with the Microsoft Azure, public cloud computing. You should go with the Amazon AWS, that is also public cloud computing. So it means you want to access your data, your resources over the public internet, global reach, then okay, go with the Microsoft Azure. If you're looking for the cost-efficient solution, then go with the Microsoft Azure. If you're looking for the high availability, scalability, innovative services, then go with this one. But the problem with the public cloud computing is if you don't have the good connectivity, then it's not for you. For example, if you're from Afghanistan, over there, you don't have the good connectivity of the internet. So you cannot use the public cloud. Private cloud means cloud infrastructure used exclusively by the single organization, either on-premise or hosted one. So normally private cloud is used by single organization. For example is suppose there's a customer VMware. So it will be used by VMware and their vendors also, the vendor may also use. So normally private cloud is used by single customer, Okay. And when to use, if you're looking for the most secured ecosystem, data sensitivity, for example, banking application. As of now in 2026 also, most of the defense, aerospace, and banking companies are not moving data, they are not storing data in a public cloud computing. What they prefer? They prefer to maintain the data in a private cloud. Why? The reason compared to public cloud computing, that is more safe. Over there, the single company's data will be maintained. More customization, more control on underlying hardware and software. If you're looking for more control on underlying hardware and software, you're looking for more customized solution, data sensitivity and secured solution, then in that case, you should go with the private cloud. So guys, the reality is public cloud computing is growing, but it doesn't mean that private is not growing. Private cloud is also growing very fast. Similarly, the third type of cloud is called the hybrid cloud. So hybrid cloud is combination of public and private. Whatever the features you find most relevant or most best one from the public and the best from the private, and use and create a new ecosystem. Means combination of the public and private cloud remain a unique entity, but are the bound together. Means whatever the best services you like. For example, here I'm planning to use the AI for the public cloud computing and machine from the private cloud, or the MS Fabric from the public cloud computing, and the website I'm planning to host here, or database will be available here. So this type of hybrid solution you guys can design. So if you're looking for the workload flexibility, business continuity, data and app integration, and cost optimized solution, then in that case, companies are preferring to go with a hybrid cloud. So it means we have three types of cloud providers are available, or three types of cloud available: public, private, and hybrid. Everywhere there's some pros and cons. Depending on the requirement, you should use it. Now here, we are here to learn Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing, which is public cloud computing. Feature-wise, technology-wise, this is best. Huge features, huge number of features, base support, global reach, cost-efficient solution, and scalable options are available here. So if you have any question, then guys, please unmute and ask your question.
Hello.
Something. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Prakriti Gupta.
Yes, sir. Sir, like you talked about public, private, and hybrid cloud. So on public cloud, we can say that everything is hosted end to end on the Azure platform. However, these private clouds are built on top of like these cloud platforms and then made private for a specific company.
Okay. I'll give the example. You're from Delhi location, right?
Yeah.
So all this data center, but I'll show you. Do one thing. If anyone here from Noida or get a Noida extension? Anyone here from Noida, guys? This is India's one of the biggest. Few years back, it was the biggest data center. Okay, so this data center is available in Noida extension. Okay, so it's not a public cloud; it's a private cloud. Actually, it's here multiple customers' data. Means nature of the public cloud is B2B and B2C, mostly B2C or B2B. But the nature of the private cloud is B2B, business to business integration. I'll give the use case. Tata Communications Limited is one of the private cloud, right? So the private cloud providers are not providing or they are not offering the rich features. They will give you the basic features. Mainly, they are dealing with the infrastructure. Private cloud providers are mainly dealing with the infrastructure, not with the rich features. So there are lots of companies like Haldiram. There's another company, Green Lamp Industries. I'm not sure how many of you know Green Lamp Industries. Green Lamp Industries. I think you guys know about all these companies. Green Lamp, Green Ply. It's a plywood. You see, you guys know all these companies. So these are the interior based company, and these are the big brands in India. These are the big brands. They don't have the IT department. They have the IT department, but in their IT department, 1 or 2 members are working only. Entire IT ecosystem is outsourced to Tata Communications Limited. And what Tata Communications Limited? The Tata Communications Limited is one of the private cloud provider in India. So it means their network, their data, their software development, their data engineering activities are managed by Tata Communications Limited. Correct? So if there's a requirement in this company, if there's a requirement, and how I know? earlier I was working for a company named E&Y, and Greenlam, Greenply, Haldiram, Dabur was my customer. So I know their data set. Dabur is using Microsoft Azure. They are using public cloud computing. While if I'm talking about these three companies, they are using private cloud, and the cloud provider is Tata Communication Limited. So what happened? Their infrastructure, network, machine. If there's a requirement to create two machines, they will call. They will call to Tata Communication. Hey, I'm looking for two machines. Okay, then they will send a budget. Tata Communication will send a budget. Once the budget will be approved, then only machines will be created for you. While in public cloud computing, if you're looking for two machines or you're looking for 2,000 machines, within 2 minutes you can create. You no need to get any approval from anyone, from Microsoft or from anyone else. Just go trigger and things will be ready in few minutes or seconds. So guys, in market, we have three types of deployment model available. Whenever you're going to provide the solution to the customer, either you'll provide the solution on VM. If you're going to provide your solution on top of the VM, this type of solution is called the infra-based solution or infrastructure as a service. Here you'll get the maximum control. Remember, if you're looking for the maximum control on data, application, runtime, middleware, then in that case, what you can do, you guys can go with the infra-based services. The best example of the infra services is here you'll manage the OS and above. Means the best example is VM-based approach. Here, everything will be deployed on top of the VM. So in this case, OS means operating system, virtualization, server, storage, and network will be managed by Microsoft, while middleware, runtime, application, and data will be managed by you guys. Means 50-50% rule. 50% things will be managed by you, and remaining 50% by Microsoft. And the best example is whenever you're going to provide any solution on top of the VM, this will fall under the as services. So here you'll get the maximum control. The other service is PaaS type of services, means platform as a service. In this case, everything is managed by Microsoft. Only you people have to focus on the application and data. And the example of the services is MS Fabric, Databricks, Logic App, Azure Function, Azure SQL, Cosmos DB, Storage Account, Service Bus, Event Hub, Event Grid. These are some of the PaaS-based services where everything will be available on top of the browser without VM. Without VM, just go develop, deploy, and manage it. So in this case, everything is managed by Microsoft. Only you people have to focus on the application and data. Okay, the third type of services are, and here you'll get the average control. If you're looking for the control wise, so you'll get the average control. And the third type of services are called the SaaS services. Here, everything is managed by Microsoft. What you manage, nothing. You just focus on the customization. What you do, you just focus on the customization. The example is Intra ID, Azure DevOps, Dynamics 365, Office 365. These are one of the SaaS-based services. Okay, and here everything is managed by Microsoft. You people will do nothing, just focus on the customization. Means you don't need to develop anything. You don't need to write any code. Everything is already available as an out-of-the-box solution. Just go plug and play and use it. Just go and customize it. Okay, so guys, in real-time situations, sometimes you guys have to deal with the infra services, sometimes with the PaaS services, sometimes with the SaaS services. And in this course, we are going to cover all the varieties of services we will cover here. Okay, there's a question from Sachin. Yes, Sachin ji, puchiye.
Yes, so I just wanted to know Office 365 means it is available online. So is it a PaaS service or SaaS?
SaaS service. This is SaaS services. In SaaS services, you cannot create the instance. Active Directory is also SaaS service. Power BI is also one of the SaaS service. And these are the multi-tenant SaaS services. I think someone was asking in the beginning, multi-tenancy. So it is one of the multi-tenant SaaS services.
Okay, so suppose in my laptop we don't have Excel sheet, Excel, Word, PowerPoint installed. Okay, but with the help of Google, we can open Excel sheet, Excel, Word, PowerPoint. So Google is also.
I'll tell you. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all these are the SaaS services. Gmail is SaaS service. For example, SaaS service means there's a single platform available. Whenever I will log in, I'll access my data. Suppose let's go with the example of Gmail, Outlook, Facebook. So it's one of the multi-tenancy SaaS-based services. It means that the deployment is single. Everything is developed and deployed by the provider. Just think, what is your role? You can customize color, theme, some policy you can apply and use it. So you are just consumer. What you do nothing, just customize it. And so these are some of the SaaS-based services. Example, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Outlook, Office 365, Dynamics 365, Azure DevOps, Intra ID, including Power BI. These are some of the SaaS-based services.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Gautam, Kalpana,
Yes, sir.
any question?
No, Araj, we are good.
I'll give you the trick, guys. In beginning, I told you, behave like the child. Ask as much as question you have in your mind. If you don't have the immediate question, no problem. You take your time and call me Monday to Friday morning time. Discuss your problem. The reason is, doesn't matter whether it is small or a very big topic. If you're learning one thing in a day, after 1 year, you'll hold or you'll have 365 new skill. 365 something new. Maybe it's a small, moderate, or very big. So I'll suggest you guys to focus on these area and try to grow your skill set. Okay. Next example of the ASPaaS and SaaS services. So here, guys, as means infrastructure as a service. It is just like the renting a bare apartment. Means there's a bare apartment, there's an empty apartment available. So what you will get in this apartment? You'll get the wall, electricity, water supply. It means basic infrastructure. And what you are holding, what you have from your side, furniture, appliances, setup, maintenance inside is managed by you. So same like this, here, some basic infrastructure will be provided by Microsoft, and runtime, middleware, application, and data will be from your side. So this is one of the best example of the as services. So it means what you'll get the virtual machine, network, and storage. And what you'll manage the application. Whatever the application you're going to develop, just go develop, deploy, manage by own. Runtime, data, and operating system will be managed by you. So in infra services, application, data, runtime, and operating system will be managed by you, while virtualization, server, storage, and network will be managed by provider. This is clear to all of you? Most of the people are unable to differentiate between PaaS or PaaS and SaaS services, but using this example, it will be very easy for you. Nitin, can you hear me? Nitin and Nihar. Are you there, guys?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
I'm not. You're audible.
Okay. So if you see, infrastructure services means basic template you will get, just like the free or bare apartment. Renting a bare apartment is one of the best examples. Suppose you're from Mumbai, and recently you are relocated to Chennai or Noida location. You are going to rent an apartment. In the apartment, you have the electricity, water supply, walls, painting, venting, ho gaya hai, that's it. Now, furniture, you're having your own furniture, appliances, setup, maintenance will be managed by you. So similarly, in infra services, operating system, virtualization, server, storage, and network will be managed by Microsoft, and data application, runtime, and middleware will be managed by you. And the best example, normally in this case, all the solutions will be deployed on top of the machine, VM. The second type of services are called the PaaS services. So it is just like the renting a fully equipped, means fully furnished apartment. Suppose I'm from Mumbai. I recently relocated to Noida location. I don't have my furniture. I don't have anything from myself. I'm looking for fully furnished apartment. So what you will get here? So renting a fully equipped kitchen. Okay, so here you'll get the stove, utensil, gas connection, kitchen, everything. What you manage, you will manage your own recipe. Means everything is available. Just go and what you want. You want to cook Maggi today or rice and dal. or chapati only, or bread and butter, or only milk. So it's totally up to you. Means in this case, most of the things are managed by Microsoft. Means runtime, operating system, virtualization, server, storage, network will be managed by Microsoft. Only you have to focus on the application data, what you're planning to cook. That is your recipe. Okay, these two are clear to all of you. Example of the PaaS services: Cosmos DB, Azure SQL Database, Event Hub, Event Grid, Azure Function, Logic App, Data Factory, MS Fabric. These are some of the examples of the PaaS-based services where entire setup is provided by Microsoft. You just go write your code, deploy, and manage the CI/CD pipeline. SaaS services are the third example. So it's just like the ordering of food for restaurant. You have everything. What you get fully cooked meal. What you manage, you're not managing anything. You're just eating. This is one of the best example of the SaaS services. It means you're going to rent a bare apartment where you have the basic setup available and the remaining is maintained by you. So it is example of SaaS services. You have a kitchen or you have apartment with a fully equipped kitchen where everything is available from the owner. Only you have to cook your recipe. Just choose whatever you want to cook. And the third example, you no need to cook anything. Just go and order food from a restaurant and just eat it. This is the best example of the SaaS services where everything is from the provider side. What you do, you don't do. You manage nothing. Just customize as per the requirement. Hope these three will be clear. Nihar, Kiran, is it clear?
Yeah, I did.
Perfect. Okay, so another pain point, guys. In cloud computing, the role of the architect and salary of the architect is very high. Mostly, lots of freshers are calling me. They are saying, "Hey, I have 1 year experience, 2 year experience. I'm trying to appear as an architect." Why they want to appear as an architect? The reason the salary structure is very high. In India, I'm not talking about the minimum or maximum. The average salary for the architect is somewhere between 40 lakhs to 1 CR. 40 lakhs to 1 CR is the average salary for the architect, depending on experience, city, current salary, and many other parameters. But the common pain point is uncontrolled cloud cost. So guys, most of the cloud project which is failed is because of the costing issue. So guys, if you don't have the diversified knowledge of the services, you can never appear as an architect. Remember, you will just play like the monkey. Most of the seniors, what they are doing, they are totally now. This is whatever I'm telling you. This is the situation because of the knowledge. They are totally depending on their juniors, and that is very risky. So guys, if you are planning to hold a better position, you should have very good control on the cost, especially in cloud computing. So most of the budget, see, you will get the limited budget. Means there'll be agreement. You have to propose in upfront. Okay, if I'm planning to manage this, this will be the monthly operation cost of my project. So you will not get unlimited amount. You'll get the limited amount. In that amount, you have to manage everything. So if you're not a good architect, the cloud cost or operation cost will be uncontrolled. And remember, if you cannot control the cost, you're not required anymore. Companies will not hire you or company will release you. Next is security mix configuration. So whatever the data you have, make sure the data is very sensitive. So whatever the cloud ecosystem you have, it must be very much secured. If the environment, you cannot secure your environment, then there's no use of such type of architect or architecture. If you're going to provide any solution, if the provisioning is taking time, then again, this is one of the other pain point. If you have some data available, suppose, and this is common issue with the data engineering, what they have everything available, but whenever there'll be disaster, they don't have any way or they don't have any DR setup available. So it means if there's a disaster, cloud doesn't mean that there will not be a disaster. There will be disaster over there also. So if you're a good architect, you should create your DR site also. If primary region is failed or one something bad happened, then recovery of the data will be possible. Another issue is the lack of the visibility. No monitoring and no alert. If there's no monitoring, no monitoring and no alert, it means you're going to increase the risk. And shadow IT. So teams spinning up to manage the resources. So 70% project exceed the cloud budget. Whatever the monthly budget is, 70% projects are failed because of the cloud budget. They are not managing their allocated budget. A secure, 45% security incident from the misconfiguration. So if you're not good, if you don't have the control on the multiple services, all the property, all the feature, definitely there'll be failure from configuration side. 3 times longer deployment versus best practices. So guys, normally what people want to do everything manually. If you're going to deploy things manually, it will take time and increase the risk also. High risk of the data loss without DR side. If you don't have the DR backup side, DR side, then the chances for the data loss will be very high. Okay. Now question is, what is Microsoft Azure? So Microsoft Azure, as of now, I was talking about cloud computing. So what is Microsoft Azure? So Microsoft Azure is a cloud computing platform from Microsoft. Here you will get 200 plus services available. If you're going to calculate services and sub-services from their vendor, is total is to around 600, but 200 plus core services are available or offered by Microsoft in different segments like data services, AI services, data engineering services, networking services, storage services, compute services, security services, and many other segments. So the presence of the Microsoft Azure is available in 75 plus region, and total core services available from Microsoft is 250. 200 plus services are available, and it is used by 95 plus percent Fortune 500 companies. So here, in case you want to use the DevOps, you'll get here. You're looking for the security related services, compute related services, storage related services, AI or machine learning, ML or data engineering services, networking related services, or some other type of services are available here. Just go and use as per the requirement. So again, I'll take a pause. If you have any question, then please unmute and ask the question. Any question from anyone? Arnav, Gautam, Kalpana?
No, Radhe.
Okay. So guys, there's 6 pillars of core cloud services. One is the compute services. Under compute services, there are varieties of compute-related services are available. Storage services, network services, AI and analytics services. If I'm talking about data engineering, is part of analytics. AI and analytics services, security services, database related services. These are some of the core services. Total 6 pillars are available. 4 pillars. Now, question is, why Microsoft Azure? Your life with and without cloud. Suppose, guys, deployment speed. If you're planning to go with the traditional on-premise, it will take too much time to develop and deploy. While if you're planning to go with the public cloud computing, deployment will take few minutes or hours. Suppose it will take few hours only, not months. Scalability.
Yeah, hi. I have one question.
Yes.
Okay, these Azure 200 services comes under these 6 pillars you meant to say?
Actually, total here I said core pillars. Let me show
Okay.
you. Let me show you here. So if you see here, they have variety. Actually, they have multiple category available. I'll show you all the categories one by one. I said these are some of the major pillars or core pillars. So if you see here, these are the total category like
Okay.
AI/ML, analytics, compute, containerization, databases, DevOps. There are some general services, hybrid plus multi-cloud, identity, integration services, IoT-related services, manage and governance, migration, monitoring, networking, security, storage, and web. So these are the different categories available. Over there, I mentioned 6. The reason those are the core one. I'm not saying those are the only 6. Those are the core one. If you want to check
Okay.
the number of services, these are total number of services available.
Oh,
Apart from these, We have lots of other sub services are available, or the services from their partners. For example, here, in case you're planning to develop an you're planning to develop a fully functional e-commerce application, how much time it will take? 10 minutes. The reason there's a partner product available which is called No Commerce. It is already developed and deployed. Just go and configure it. How much time it will take? 10 minutes only. Within 10 minutes, what you can do, you can subscribe. So, but those are not core services, those are partner services. So total number of core services are 200 plus.
Okay.
Under each services, there may be sub services. For example, storage account. Storage account is one of the service, but under storage account, we have 6 type of storage options are available.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. Similarly, there are lots of partner products are available.
Got it.
So
Yeah. Thank you.
Microsoft is doing so great because of their offering plus because of their partner. For example, SAP is one of the, I'm not sure how many of you know, SAP is one of the German company. It's a German company. So whatever the naming convention available in SAP is a very different region. Actually it is written in German. Okay, and in SAP, total number of table is close to 1 lakh, somewhere between 80,000 to 1 lakh tables are available. Means the number of tables available, just think what type of product they have. And SAP is Microsoft partner company. So wherever the SAP will be configured or installed, by default, Microsoft Azure will be used. Okay, so again repeating. So SAP and Microsoft. So similarly, what Microsoft did, Microsoft a big list of the partners available. So Microsoft is doing good because of themselves and because of their partners also. Example I've given you, SAP is one of the biggest ERP provider worldwide. And most famous ERP is SAP. So if you see here, what is the total market share? Okay, market SAP revenue in 2025. Total revenue $36 billion. It's a not small company, it's a very big company. If you see $36 billion from one product, it's a very big company. $36 billion. I think by end of this year, it will reach or it will cross $40 billion. Cloud revenue is $21. It's a very big amount. The region nowadays, most of the products are deployed on cloud. Most of the products are available on cloud. So wherever they are deploying the SAP 4 HANA, so in backend, in 99% cases, Microsoft Azure is used. So Microsoft Azure SAP is also available in Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing. Okay, so guys, here's scalability, global availability. So if I'm talking about the traditional on-premise infrastructure, global availability will be single data center. But if I'm talking about the Microsoft Azure, Microsoft is available in 75 plus regions. Cost of the on-premise is, high capex and fixed cost. While in public cloud computing, you have to pay if you're using. If you're not using, then you no need to pay anything to the provider. Security and compliance will be manual and cost audits. While here in Azure Cloud Computing, security is built and there are 90 plus certifications are available. For disaster recovery in on-premise is expensive and complex DR. For example, in 2018, I was the part of Accenture. 90% or more than 90% of my team members resigned because of one of the disaster. Earlier, the customer was using the on-premise and there was a huge level of disaster, and most of we resigned in next 6 months. The reason because we were working 24/7. Our life became hell. Hence, finally, most of the team members resigned within 6 months. So, guys, if you don't have DR plan is also the part of cloud. So here it's a complex and expensive. While if you're planning to go with the Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing, it will be fully automated and geo-redundant. Means 3 copy of the data will be available in primary region. 3 more copy of the data will be available hundreds of kilometers away from the primary region. All these will be covered whenever we'll start the practical implementation from tomorrow. Again, is Innovation speed. So speed is slow. While if I'm planning to move in cloud computing, the speed is very fast. Because of all these reasons, companies are preferring to go with the Microsoft Azure cloud computing. Next is India's cloud market. So guys, in India, around close to 6 million IT professionals are working. If you check in 2025, the IT revenue was 9.3 trillion Indian rupees. Okay. If I'm talking about the Azure, so Azure is holding 29% of the market share. Enterprise, companies are using 52% companies are using CI/CD in Azure, and number of jobs are available. 4.2 million plus jobs are available. What is total number of jobs are available? Close to 6 million. Out of that, 4.2 million jobs are directly or indirectly available in the cloud. Most of these are some of the cities where the demand of cloud computing is very high. One is the Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, and Delhi NCR. These are some of the prime locations for the cloud professionals. So if you're from Lucknow, if you're from Jaipur, if you're from Patna, Bengal, over there the public cloud computing, market is not so good as much as you have in these cities. So Bangalore is one of the prime locations. Hyderabad, Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, and Delhi NCR. These are some of the prime locations for cloud professional or cloud type of job opportunities. Okay. So today's session, guys, I'll deliver 2 hours only. As I told you, from tomorrow, I will start the practical implementation. From tomorrow, the time frame I will increase. So 2.5 hours, I'll deliver the session. In next 30 minutes, there'll be assessment. There'll be assessment. Whatever the question, doubt you have, that will be cleared in last 30 minutes. 2.5 hours will be non-stop delivery from tomorrow with the practical implementation. Today, I'm trying to prepare the foundation for all upcoming sessions. Okay, so next is market trend. So guys, there are multiple providers are available. If you are in 2026, if you are from India location, you are from United States, you are from European countries, so Microsoft Azure is one of the best or one of the provider where you'll get more number of opportunity compared to any other. And if you're looking for the high demanded roles, solution architect, security engineer, AI, ML, or data engineer, DevOps engineer. So these are the some of the prime, profiles are available. One is AI engineer. So guys, data engineers, soon earlier data engineers, there was no profile available like the data engineer. Data engineers were earlier called the ETL developer. From ETL to developer from 2022, they're called the data engineer. Nowadays, soon, or it's just already started. So in future, going forward, in future, they'll be called the AI engineer. Okay. ML ops and AI engineers, means data engineering and AI, data and AI. DevOps, security engineer and solution architecting. These are some of the profile which is highly in demand in India. And there are several providers in India. Most of the job opportunities are available in Microsoft Azure. These are the top in-demand cloud roles. So guys, as I told you, year by year, if you see here, the numbers are growing. Multi-cloud strategy, cloud native DevOps, AI ops on cloud, edge computing, FinOps, and these are some of the roles like platform engineer. Platform engineer means normally platform engineer, they are from administration background, they are working with the data engineers or software engineer. Cloud solution architect, cloud security engineer, AI infra engineer means using the AI, you guys can manage end-to-end infrastructure. For example, we have another course available which is called the Azure DevOps and Terraform using AI. Over there, we are covering Azure DevOps and Terraform, and then using the AI, how you guys can manage everything. That we are covering in this course. We have then again, FinOps, multi-cloud infrastructure engineer, and cloud data engineer. So these are the some of the profiles which is highly in demand in 2026. If I'm talking about the salary benchmark, so guys, in United States, there's a salary structure. Salary structure means this will be minimum salary structure of $60,000 per year. But in India, we don't have any fixed structure. But if you're fresher, I'm not talking about the minimum or maximum. The normal salary range for the fresher as a junior cloud engineer is somewhere between 4 to 10 lakhs. Cloud administrator 2 to 4 lakhs, 8 to 18 lakhs. 2 to 4 year, 8 to 18 lakhs. Cloud solution architect between 4 to 7, 8 to 45. Security engineer 15 to 40, depending on multiple parameter. Data engineer with 3 to 6, 4 to 35. Azure AI ML engineer 3 to 7, 20 to 60. Principal cloud architect, the salary structure is much higher. Principal cloud architect, it can be 10 year, 20 year, 25 year experience, and the salary structure is somewhere between 60 lakhs to 1 crore 50 lakhs. Normally, it's a leadership profile. This is one of the leadership profile like CTO, senior vice president, okay, or vice president type of roles. VP, senior VP, CIO, CTO. So these type of roles where people are getting very high salary, somewhere between 60 lakhs to 150K Indian rupees. Career roadmap and skill path. So guys, same what I was discussing. For example, if you're at the entry level, so these you can learn. If you're at the associate level, so these you should learn. So these are skill set what you should learn. So we already have discussed all these. Now let's talk about the top companies hiring the Azure talent. So one is Microsoft India. So Microsoft India, Walmart, Adobe India. Adobe and Microsoft is also Microsoft partner. Adobe is also Microsoft partner company. Infosys, TCS, Wipro, Accenture, SCL, Deloitte, IBM, Capgemini, Razorpay, Paytm, and many more companies are available. I cannot show you the list of all the companies, but these are some of the major or top companies hiring the Azure professionals in India. And there's with their salary structure and number of roles, active roles. If you check on job portal, let's do one thing. In India, Naukri.com is one of the most famous job portals. So let's see here. This is Naukri.com. What I'm doing, I'm just searching Azure DevOps. Okay, let's search Azure DevOps. See how many active opportunities are available. 61,900. Azure DevOps. Suppose I'm just looking for Azure Architect. These numbers of roles are available. Azure Architect may be development architect, data engineering architect, solution architect, enterprise architect, or there are several other type of architects are available. It means today is Saturday. Normally Saturday, Sunday, you'll get less number of opportunities are active. And market is not in 2026, job market is not so great. But still, if you see in a cloud computing, you get good number of jobs are active. But remember, whenever you go for the opportunity, customer or company will prefer, they will check, are you multi-skill? If you're multi-skill, then you'll get more weightage compared to others. So guys, Microsoft presence is available in 60 plus region, or 75 plus region available. So total number of regions active in 2026 is 75 plus. Here you see 70 plus, but actually the number is changed now. Nowadays we have 75 regions are available. For example, this is the globe. Here we have the multiple regions are available in United States. These are the US regions, Canadian region, South American region, European region, Gulf region. This is India. In India, there are three public available regions are available. West India means Mumbai, Central India means Pune, South India means Chennai. Apart from these three, we have one more region in progress, that is South Central India. One second. It will be ready by next year in Hyderabad. South Central India Azure region. Okay. India South Central Hyderabad data center planned or coming by Microsoft. It means it is under construction. The plan is it will be ready by next year. So by next year, you'll get one more region available. So it means publicly, there are three publicly available regions are available: Mumbai, Pune, and Chennai. Apart from these three, we have two more regions, one in progress, and the one is dedicated for Reliance Jio in Gujarat. Whatever the Geo data you have, that is actually maintained in Microsoft data center and managed by Reliance Jio. Apart from it, we have several other regions are available worldwide. So total number of how many regions we have? Total number of regions is 75 plus. Total in one region there'll be minimum 3 data centers. Again repeating, in one region there'll be minimum 3 data centers. So worldwide we have 300 plus data centers available in 75 plus region. Clear to everyone?
Yes.
So last is Azure cloud is no longer optional. It is mandatory. Every enterprise runs on the cloud. Master Azure and future-proof your career. So Azure is not a fundamental. It is demand from industry. Without cloud, survival in IT industry is really very difficult. In beginning, I told you guys there are multiple learning path or career path. Wherever you feel you are more comfortable, you can choose. So we have, for example, we are offering several courses. We have the data engineering courses, we have the automation, DevOps, DevOps using AI, we have the Azure Mastery program, but usually we start, or most of the candidates are starting with this program, which is called the Azure Mastery program. So today I'll deliver only 2 hour session. From tomorrow, I'll increase the time. Okay. So before moving ahead, if you have any question, guys, then
Can you just go to last the previous slide? Okay. No, take. Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute. Next. No, not this one. Yeah, key takeaway. Okay.
Okay, means whatever I will
FinOps.
discuss the same thing. Whatever we discuss, same thing. It's a summarize.
Okay.
Okay, there's a question. So let me show you something. Guys, one thing. Average candidate, remember, nowadays industry is not looking for the expert. Industry looking for the multi-skilled professional. If you're average, you are much better. So it means, 1 second, guys. So here, this is the website, Cloud Vista 360. This is the website. The company is Cloud Vista. If you see the courses, this is one of the premium course. It will take total 3 months, 14 weeks, total 75 hours. What is the fee? 23,600 is the fee structure. Only 23,600. Earlier, as I told you, I'm providing this, I'm delivering this training since last 12 plus year. Earlier, there were 3 different courses available: Azure Dev, Azure Admin, and Azure Architect. So later, and the fee structure was 15,000 per course. Later on, what we did, we clubbed everything together as a package. The name, I reduced the fee from 45,000 to 23,600, including taxes. So here in this total duration is 3 months, and today is the first session. Similarly, we have another course available, and total so far online registered members is 2,309 candidate. Total number of candidates I trained in last 12 plus year is more than 3,500. I mean, I don't remember the exact number, but the people enrolled through this website is 2,309. For example, if you're going to enroll through the website, the number will automatically increase. Similarly, we have another course available, which is called the DevOps and Terraform. So this is mainly for the automation using automation and DevOps. Another course we have, which is called the Azure DevOps using AI. Means it's the same thing, but using the AI. We have the Data Factory and DevOps. We have the MS SQL. We have the data engineering with the data break. So we have several other courses available, but most of the candidates are starting, or if you ask me from where we should start, you should start from here. Most of the candidates are starting from here. There are lots of candidates, they want to take a shortcut, but again, after some time, they're returning back and doing this course. So this is one of the premium course, and 40 cloud services. If you're going with this service, any service, so here you'll get only DevOps and Terraform, two. One is DevOps, second Terraform, but here 40 cloud core services you will learn practically. So for these two courses, the duration is same, is 3 months, and the fee is also same, 23,600. Today, I mean, we started the new batch for this one. From next Saturday, there will be another new batch will start from this one also. For this, still registration is going on. Okay, anyway, so if you have any question, then guys, please unmute and clear your doubts. So from here, what we'll talk, we'll move toward the implementation side. So from here, we'll understand license and subscription. We'll understand what is portal, what is resource group, what is service, what is difference between service and resource, what is geography, region, zone, data center, and the region peering, Azure services, and then from here, slowly we'll move toward the implementation side. For example, this is how to calculate the budget. Whenever there will be a requirement from the customer, how to calculate the budget. So this is for the budgeting. This is for the access control. Whenever you're going to start working on your project, so how to define the team, at what level, what type of role you have to provide. All these will be covered here. Anyway. So still, if you have any question, guys, then please unmute and clear your doubts. As I told you, today I'll deliver only 2-hour session. From tomorrow, the plan is to start from here. From here, we'll start from tomorrow. Like first, we'll talk about the subscription and license. Most of the Azure services are working on the subscription model, except one or two. For example, Active Directory, which is nowadays called the Intra ID. Intra ID is working on the licensing model. Otherwise, most of the Azure services are working on subscription model. So in licensing model, it's a one-time purchase or annual fee. For example, suppose you're going to buy a Windows operating system. So Windows operating system is a license. So whether you're using or not using, you have to pay in advance. It's a one-time purchase or annual charges. Features are fixed, no usage metering. Means whether you're using or not using. Whatever the features are available, that will be fixed.
Sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just wanted to know, now Azure Entra Services, it's become renamed from AAD, Azure Active Directory Services.
Correct. Earlier it was called the AAD, Azure Active Directory, but nowadays it is renamed from Azure Active Directory to Intra ID.
Okay, and that Azure Entra ID, it is correlated with Office 365?
Azure Intra ID is the backbone of entire cloud ecosystem. So it is integrated with all the cloud services. All the cloud services, including Power BI, including whatever the 200 services here I'm talking, including Office 365, Dynamics 365, or something else. Okay. It is backbone. It is brain of entire cloud ecosystem.
Okay, so I have one more query here. So we have on-premises Active Directory server, okay, and we have configured in our cloud AAD or Azure Entra ID. So how we can integrate both is in sync?
Okay, so actually there's a product available. Earlier it was called the AD Sync. Means from 2010 to 2016 there was a product available, AD Sync. But nowadays we have another product available which is called AD Connect. In fact, last year again it is renamed as the Intra Connect. What is the service? The name of the service is Intra Connect. So with the help of Intra Connect, what you can do, cloud services you can integrate with the on-premise resources, or Cloud Intra ID you can interact, or you can establish communication between Cloud Intra and on-premise Intra.
Okay, got it. That will be clear, right? Next.
Yeah. All these will be covered. All these, whatever I'm talking, it's not theory. As you see, from day one, I cannot start the implementation. Region, maybe some of you already know a little bit. But what about the others? Others are totally new. So I cannot jump directly at the advanced level. So I'll try to move slowly, step by step.
Okay. And how we can, means we can log in with subscription and
everything
then we can do
everything will be covered here.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
By the way, your name? Sachin?
Yeah, Sachin.
Got it. Anyway, Srikanth, Sridhar, any question, guys? Senthil Kumar, any question from you guys? Priyadev, Sridhar?
Uh, Hi, Aradhya. Uh, like apart from these services, can you provide any kind of PowerShell or Microsoft Graph script that will help
Yes.
to create VMs or anything? Anyway, we can get
Let
by
me show
research,
you.
but is any
Yeah,
prepared
let me
one?
think. I'll show you something which is very important. So, guys, first check your chat window. I'll suggest you guys to check your chat window. In this chat, I'm sending the URL of the group. If you want, you can join this WhatsApp group. I'll suggest all of you to join this WhatsApp group which I shared in the chat window. Apart from this, let me show you something. As I told you, today is the first session. Soon I'll create a classroom. You see here, all the sessions will be recorded and the recording will be available in a Google Classroom. Okay. For example, let's this one. Recently, we completed this batch. So if you see here, all the recordings will be available. After every session, the recording will be uploaded here. For example, about today the introduction session, introduction of cloud computing. So today, whatever I'll be covering here, it will be available. In case you want to watch the video, sorry, you see here, the video is available here. Video and other materials are available here. This is the supportive material, and this is the video. Just go play the video. This video will be available for a very long time. It will be available for next 3 years. Similarly, whatever the content I'll cover, all the content means everything will be using the AI. Using the AI, what I used to do, I'll convert everything in the form of student notes. It means you don't need to create the notes. By end of the course, you'll get total 24 or 23 handouts. Total number of pages will be around 250 pages. Means you'll extensive level of the document from our side, which is nothing just a student notes. You see here, this is the student notes. Means whatever we're discussing, everything, each and every property will be recorded here. So this type of student notes also will be shared with you guys. Plus, whatever the architecture I'm covering or I'll cover from tomorrow, I'll start the architecture also. All the architecture will be also shared with you. Or whatever the decks I'm covering, all these decks will be also shared with you. For example, you see here, this is the recording and this is the student notes. Second day, what I covered, recording, and this notes is available here. For example,
So earlier class recordings will be shared so that we
all
can.
all recording will be available here in Google Classroom. Means all the enrolled members or enrolled students are having the access of all these materials. For example, let me show you.
No. What I'm asking, see, suppose today we have finished first lecture. Tomorrow we have second lecture, right? So I can just go through that previous session, second lecture, and just brush up my knowledge and whatever queries I have, I can
Yes,
ask in second lecture.
yes, you can.
Okay.
For example, you see here, this is recording of batch number 84. Total number of candidates were in that batch was 42. And these are the materials. These are the assignment supporting materials. These assignment will be shared every Sunday. Means this week I'll not share the assignment, but from next week I will share the assignment also that you guys have to complete. So this type of assignment will be shared. These type of materials will be shared. Recording will be shared. So overall, from my side, around somewhere between 5 to 600 page of the materials will be shared, including student notes, architecture, and supporting materials. Plus, around 25 video will be shared. This recording of all the session will be shared with you guys.
Yeah, and Aradhya, one more last question, important question. So related to exam, right? So any hands-on means like
Material will be
demos?
provided. All the first will cover each and everything practically here. It will help you guys to gain the confidence, write the certification. As from day two, means from tomorrow, you guys can start the implementation in your office also. The second is to clear the certification. We'll provide the material. So we'll give you a software name is Anki. Using the Anki software, you'll be able to crack the certification in single go with the chances will be 99.99% that in single go you'll be able to crack the certification.
Okay, got it. Thank you very much.
As of now the success rate is 100%. I haven't
Okay,
seen anyone
but
who
yeah,
failed.
but how to enroll for the exam? Everything will be
That's
guided, right?
that's a simple. That's very simple. That nothing. Just go. There's a portal. Enroll, register, enroll. It's a very simple. We'll tell you. Don't worry. Okay. So all the materials will be provided here. Okay. Anyway, so it's a 9 o'clock. So finally, it's time for the Q&A. If you have any question, then please unmute and ask the question. As I've told you, today's session will be 2 hours. From tomorrow, practical implementation will start and we will increase the time from 2 to 3 hours.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Sir, like in the modern data projects, irrespective of what their case scenario is, do companies prefer public cloud more or they prefer like?
Public cloud. In
But is
data
it
engineering, companies are preferring to go the public cloud, not private.
so? But in like, aren't they skeptical about the security of their data because it is in a public environment or?
The data, see, if the data is related to aerospace, defense,
Hmm,
or banking, so customers are not exposing such type of data. But
hmm,
worldwide, we have around 1,700 sectors, not only three. They have 3 to 5 sectors where companies are not, still in 2026, they are not flexible to expose the data in public cloud computing. But apart from these 3 to 5, other segments or sectors are exposing data over the public cloud computing.
okay.
So
And
in real-time situation, you guys have to deal with the public cloud. For example, in my case, I'm the part of industry since last 2 decades, working on Microsoft Azure cloud computing since last 15 years, providing this type of training since last 12 plus years. So far, only 2 times I deal with the private cloud in 20 years. Only 2 times. And the private cloud. And the provider was Tata Communications Limited, TCL Cloud. So it means in your case, mainly you have to deal with the public cloud, not with the private. The rarest of rare chances that you have to deal with the private cloud. Private clouds are mainly providing the cheapest infrastructure, cheapest and secure infrastructure. They don't have great services available.
so, but like you mentioned, industries like defense, banking, these are industries that have that are expanding at an exponential rate. So, if they are using private cloud, then how are they ensuring that they are scaling with the size of the
So
data?
there's some feature available. They cannot scale up to that level, but there also they have feature available. For example, nowadays some of the banks, some of the companies are using not 100%, but certain percentage they are using. For example, SBI is using Microsoft Azure, not 100%. They have their own private cloud, but apart from that, for some of the features they're using Microsoft Azure.
Okay. Sir, I just had one case, one scenario. I hope you know about the clash between Naira Energy and Microsoft. Microsoft suddenly seized their online cloud platform that they were using, something like that. So,
See, there are two situations happened in last 6 months. One is
hmm,
the case that you are talking about, and the second is there's a war situation. Because of the war situation, there are lots of bomb drop on AWS data center. So these are some of the rarest of rare cases. It's a it's a practice international politics, but
hmm,
these are some of the rarest of rare case.
okay.
So war situation, for example, this is the first time when any country is attacking on the data center. means Iran attacked on AWS data center.
Yes.
So whenever there'll be such type of situation, then yes, but think how many, I mean, cloud is available since last 20 years. Public cloud is available since last 20 years. In
Yes.
20 year, one time only. So
Okay.
these type of cases will happen maybe one times in 10, 20, 30 years.
Okay.
I'm not sure about the future, but normally we see the pattern so far. And this is, sometimes worldwide we have some good and bad things are available. So be ready for it, but it's a rare, and whatever the problem will happen in these cases, things will be resolved soon. For example, whatever the dispute between Naira Energy and other companies, I'm not sure what is the current situation, but things will be resolved, or maybe it's already resolved.
Yeah, it's already resolved. Actually, the court where the case went to Supreme Court, and
International,
Supreme Court instructed Microsoft to resume their services.
but it's a bad politics. It's part of bad politics, international bad politics.
Yeah, because like my question was like if cases like these like happen even once or twice, will companies be open enough to switch to public
Companies
cloud or
companies are companies are open. That's why you see the public cloud computing marketing in trillions of dollars.
yeah, yeah,
Trillions of dollars. If companies are not investing or companies are not using, then why the market is so big?
yeah. True.
Okay,
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Nitin,
Sir,
any
you
question?
mentioned that SBI using their private cloud. Uh,
First, tell me one thing. Nitin, you're from Hyderabad or
I
Bangalore?
am from Pune, sir.
Wow, Pune, very
Yeah,
nice. Pune. So I'll tell you one
yeah.
thing. I'm from defense background.
Okay.
My first job was in Indian Force, so my deployment location was Pune.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nitin, we are working in the same company.
I work for the Azure. Sorry, I'm sorry. Alliance Services.
Yeah, same. I am also same.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah,
Uh,
it is in um, yeah, Mangalpatta, Kharadi.
Eon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yan phase two. Yan
correct.
phase two.
Okay. Sir, I have one question. So you mentioned that this SBI is using private cloud. So can you please elaborate that even in detail?
Okay. So
Yeah.
see, I don't have much information available, but one of my student,
Mm-hmm.
student, she is a part of my team.
Mm-hmm.
So she was working in PNB, Punjab National Bank,
Okay.
uh, PNB data center in Delhi.
No, actually, my question is like they use their own data center.
Actually, they have the collaboration. So SBI, they have the
Uh-huh.
collaboration with the Microsoft and
Okay.
some other companies. So there are some employees from Microsoft. So if you check in SBI, there are lots of openings for the MCA or BTech students. What these
Uh-huh.
students are doing, they are managing their infrastructure, they are managing their data, whatever the visualization, they're developing on data engineering services, what they're doing, they are participating or they are actively working with the TCS, like TCS is their partner. So whatever the applications are available or used by SBI, mostly I'm not saying 100%, but mostly it is developed by TCS. So
Okay.
they are interactive or they are helping in requirement analysis, development, testing, validation, security, configuration, deployment, monitoring. So the people who are working in SBI and
Okay.
they are from IT background, so mostly they are involved in this type of activity. So not only this one, there are lots of other organizations like
Mm-hmm.
government, but their percentage is quite lower. It's not 100%. Example, I'll give you. Dabur. Dabur is one of the biggest FMCG company in India. So
Okay.
from 2010 to 2018, they were
Mm-hmm.
making their own data in their data center. So this is Dabur headquarter. Dabur headquarter. Head office Ghaziabad, Kaushambi. So the
Okay.
third floor here, I was the part of Accenture. That's why I'm telling all these story. The third floor is for IT department. Means the entire IT is managed by Accenture, and the
Okay.
people who are on third floor, they are from Accenture side. So entire IT development, infrastructure, security, data visualization, data analytics, everything is managed by Accenture. There was a disaster. I think it was November or December 2018. There was a disaster. After this disaster, most of the data is available. Even the data center is also available here, third floor. But after it, most of their data is available in public cloud. So some of the data means maybe 10 to 20% data is available in private cloud, and remaining data is available in public cloud.
Okay.
So they are using, earlier they were 100% they were using private cloud, but nowadays 20% private and 80% in public cloud. Similarly, if I'm talking about the banks, earlier banks were not flexible. They were using 0%. Nowadays, maybe 10, 20, 30% they are using, but not all the banks. Maybe after 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, the number will increase. But for the time being, there are few sectors like aerospace, defense, and banking. They are not using, majorly they are not using public cloud.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
If you have any other question, guys, so you can ask the question. So here I have shared the WhatsApp group. You can join. Second is my in-chat window. This is my LinkedIn profile. You can connect with me. And this is my mobile number, 9999 777. If you have any question, you guys can call me directly on my phone.
Sir, I had just one last question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Sir, in requirement, sorry, the tools that we specifically use for data engineering, for example, let's say Azure Data Factory, Azure SQL Database,
So it's
then
not a
for
tool, it's a service.
huh,
It's a tool,
wait.
not tool, it's a service. The services you use in data engineering.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Like Databricks. Then
Hmm.
how, like, can you please help me classify them as a platform as service or software as
PaaS
service?
services. Mostly these are the PaaS services. In PaaS
As
services, you can create the instance. In SaaS services, you'll not get permission to create the instance. Means object you cannot create.
okay, like for example, a SQL instance that we create while creating a SQL database, so it is
Not instance.
available just
Means
because.
resource. It's when I'm telling. Uh, Actually, I will show you tomorrow.
Okay,
For this, I have a deck available, and I just told you from tomorrow I'll start the implementation. So I'll show you tomorrow how to do it.
okay,
For example, the site resource. If you have resource available, how to create the instance of the resource. So using service, there's a story behind it. I cannot directly start. I'll
mm,
start one by one. Like I'll start with the portal overview, license, subscription, resource group, service, or to create the instance. When we can create, when we cannot create the instance, all these use cases practically I will show you. Work for tomorrow's session, I'll suggest you guys to be ready with your Hotmail ID. The reason what I'll do, I'll give you for testing purpose, I need at least one person who is connected through laptop or desktop. You have to share your screen also. The reason I have to provide you the permission. Sometimes I'll give the admin permission, sometimes honor permission, sometimes read level permission. So I need you be ready with your Hotmail or Outlook email ID, not Gmail. Sachin, yes, Sachin ji, बताइए.
Yeah. So might be I will create my. I have Hotmail ID. Let me recognize the password. But I will be ready with either
Yeah, be ready.
Hotmail or
Perfect.
Outlook.
Yeah,
Thank
perfect.
Can we create the Azure account without that providing our card details?
Answer is no.
Okay.
See, I tell you one thing.
Mhm.
Most of the people are not practicing because of the fear factor. They think,
Correct.
hey, if I'll use Microsoft will charge. So I tell
Mhm.
you, in front, guys, Microsoft will not charge you anything. They will charge only ₹2. That will be returned within 7 days.
Correct.
Means
Okay.
within 7 days. This is point number one. Point number
Mhm.
two
Mhm.
is first 30 days, 18,000 rupees credit you will get in your subscription for the practice. And 18,000 rupees is more than enough for 3 members for 1 month. If you're practicing aggressively, you're practicing, then one subscription can be shared with a 3 members for 1 month. What after 1 month? Suppose there are 3 members, Ram, Shyam, and Ghanshyam. So three people can, someone from these three, suppose Ram can create one subscription and remaining two also use. Second month, second will create and remaining two will use. Third month, third will create and others will use. So this is approach number one. Approach number two, most of the banks are providing the VCC. VCC means virtual credit card. So just apply the VCC, which is free of cost, activate the subscription and close it. This is second number trick. The third number trick is what you can do. You can apply for multiple VCCs and activate the free subscription. Fourth number trick is what you can do. If you don't have anything, then you can go with the pay as you go model. Over there, we have the spot discount, or we have developer pricing tier. Always create the resources with a spot discount or developer pricing tier. So the charges will be only 10%. In pay as you go also, you will get 89% upfront discount. Okay, it means you have to pay very nominal amount. I can show you. If you want, I can show you, or maybe tomorrow I'll show you. I'll show you. Over there, I'm paying, in some month I'm paying 100 rupees, some other month I'm paying 300 rupees, 500 rupees, 39 rupees, 48 rupees. This is the amount I'm paying. So I have two subscriptions. One is the pay as you go, and the second is the free subscription. So tomorrow I will start with the pay as you go, where I will show you all these role and rights. So at that time I'll show you how much bill I'm getting. I'm just paying maximum 500 rupees in a month. The reason 89% discount I'm getting in upfront. So if you are good in cloud services, you can control the cost also. In fact, tomorrow I'll show you how to create the budget, how to create the cost. So there's a pricing calculator. I talk about the pricing calculator also, but tomorrow. Okay. If you have any question, guys, so here in chat window, I have shared my mobile number. You guys can call me and discuss whatever the issue you have or whatever the question you have.
Thank you, Aradhya. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the session.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Okay, so if no question, then guys, let's conclude the session and be ready tomorrow with your your account. At least I need someone with a Hotmail or Outlook account, and from here we'll start the practical implementation. Means concept and practical implementation. Means 20% time will focus on the practical implementation, 80% concept. From next Saturday, 50% practical, 50% concept. Next week, 80% practical, 20% concept. So as there's no more questions, so thank you for your active participation today. Remember, learning does not stop here. Apply whatever you have learned, explore further, and keep going. See you next session, guys. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.